So again, if things line up a certain way, we might skip Westopolis going forward, because otherwise we'll be seeing it 5 times. But at least this time we're doing something different with it. We get to fight G.U.N. And this is where the main problem comes into play of, oh, you have to do this a lot. You have to play Westopolis 10 times in some combination just to see everything, which is definitely a little bit of a drag at times. Alrighty then, so that laser took out the one-gun soldier, so sometimes you actually don't have to fight. But yeah, basically once you actually get to the character in question, they will highlight targets, but also, as you might notice, the draw distance is kinda crappy, so you have to be like really close up. And there's also some annoying garbage in this stage where basically there's a flying Black Arms alien that is often just barely out of camera, so it doesn't get caught by the draw distance for the arrow. So like, the hero mission is really frustrating because of these flying enemies. I've missed them more times than I'd care to admit. I'm also not entirely sure what the level scaling is supposed to be like for this game. That's a genuine question I have. Like, are the routes supposed to get harder in a direction? Because I kind of feel like they do. Like, but not in a linear sense. Like, they kind of fan out. Like, the neutral path is slightly harder than the hard path, than the neutral path, and then the true dark and true hero paths are the hardest ones. I don't know what I'm doing with my voice today. Again, I don't feel like this counts as voice training, because I'm just kind of like... I don't even know what this qualifies as. In general, I kind of feel like voice training is a really fascinating topic, just because it's like... you know, just kind of vibing, basically. Voice training is fascinating to me because it's like... it's somewhat of a thing that starts out more conscious, and then becomes more subconscious the more you do it, kind of, but I still haven't been doing it long enough for it to be, like, natural. If that makes sense. I don't know why I'm talking about voice training. I think whenever we get to Westopolis, my ability to talk is gonna completely devolve, because it'll just be the same thing over and over again. So this is just the kind of vibing part of the stream, as we have to go through this multiple times. Though again, this time at least we're going for a dark path. The song is really good though. Westopolis was playing for the Keanu DLC, so it makes me wonder if that's actually a thing for the full stage, that they're just gonna use Westopolis for that, which I guess it kind of makes sense. I'm really excited about that in a weird way. I'm not excited about it inherently. I'm more excited about it from the possibility of like, oh, they could do more DLC stages for Sonic Generations, which would be really cool. I mean, the DLC is cool in itself that they got, they got Keanu Reeves to be Shadow again for like one level, presumably. Also, by the way, when you have like the gauge filled, you can spam fire because you have unlimited ammo. There's also one gun beetle that does not count, which is good because sometimes hitting it during the falling section is really stupid. Hey, guess what? We're missing one. So this is the fun part of Shadow the Hedgehog. We have to go back and figure out which one we're missing. Oh, there they are. Well, that was anticlimactic. They were just standing there the whole time. There is a mod for this, by the way. I think it's like Shadow the Hedgehog Reloaded or something that actually redoes the physics a bit and also changes like some missions, so it's like you only have to get like some, not all of the enemies in a stage. So obviously that would be a better way to play the game, but I almost wanted to go for the authenticity of, the original version of this game. We'll also be skipping cutscenes that we've already seen, since we'll be seeing them 4 more times otherwise.
Attention! Emergency broadcast to all mobile units. Headquarters to all mobile units. All points bulletin. Be on the lookout for Shadow, the Black Hedgehog. Wanted in connection with the terrorist attacks. Last seen in the vicinity of downtown Westopolis. Orders are, capture him. Dead or alive.
Out of my way. Coming through.
Stop! Don't move, or we'll shoot!
Stupid humans.
Very impressive, Shadow.
Who are you?
You don't remember anything, do you? But you will in time. But now, there's no time to waste here. Go and access the United Federation's mainframe. Understand?
Got it.
I can't remember if there was a cutscene or if it went straight to gameplay, but it went straight to gameplay, so I didn't need to stay quiet. This digital circuit, the song is really good. This is also a very good track, but this is the less painful of the two digital worlds. If there's anything going for it, it's like, again, marginally less painful. I'm also pretty sure, yeah, there's no neutral, it's only hero or dark. The stage's name has aged very funnily in hindsight. Maybe I'm very tired, but I'm trying to figure out what you mean by that. In general though, for this stage we need to destroy the mainframe, which means like climbing up a thing and shooting it a bunch, because that's often how you win fights in this game. Rouge, by the way, has another new outfit. I almost feel like her proportions make more sense than in Heroes, at least, which, I mean, is at least one thing I can give this outfit. But I almost feel like no one ever shows this one. Like, for modding and stuff, no one ever does this outfit. They always pick the, Heroes outfit. Actually, I think this is just her normal outfit, but, like, pink and purple instead. Yeah, like, I think this is just her SA2 outfit, but just recolored to be purple instead of, like, having black pants, essentially. So yeah, that's probably why they don't incorporate in mods as much as the Heroes outfit, but I almost feel like that'd be an easier mod to do.
This is a light speed circuit. Touch it. That red block is a firewall designed to ward off intruders.
I will say I've never been the biggest fan of the 4Kids Rouge voice. It just kind of never fit, in my opinion. Just always felt a little bit off. Kind of like Knuckles, where it just never quite felt in character. Again, not the cast, you know, not the actress's fault whatsoever. A lot of it comes down to direction in these games. It's also weird having, like, cyberspace, but, like, you know, predating Frontiers by, like, a long time. I'm also not paying any attention. I really should focus more, but my attention is very split at the moment. The stage's name is a few letters off from... Oh, right. Uh-huh. I get it now.
I even have government clearance.
Amazing digital circuit. I feel like if we end up raiding, we have no shortage of options of raid messages. I still haven't seen it. I'm aware of the memes. There's a lot of, like, web animation stuff I haven't seen. Like, I haven't seen Hell of a Boss, just cause, like, I feel like it might be a little too gory based on what I can handle. But I like the character designs, and same with Digital Circuit. I'm gonna be doing this now, and you put this on my head. Also, Sairibot is catching a lot of bots for some reason tonight, so that's kind of different than usual. This hasn't happened before, but I guess it's a good thing I have Sairibot set up, because, yeah. It's ironic that it's happening in the cyberspace level, now that I'm thinking about it, if it's like a bot, situation. Yeah, I'm gonna be saying Circa and Circus now interchangeably because of this thought being put in my head probably. But with the amazing digital circus, I had to stop and think. I don't know why I haven't seen it yet, to be honest. I don't really know much about it, period, to be frank. Oh, that's bad.
Damn.
Well, actually, that's not too bad. Our dark score was pretty low anyway, so it's not like we lost many points. And also, it's not like we need A ranks. I think I already got an A rank on the stage. Not that I'm going for 100% either. But like, I know about the characters. Like Pomni is the obvious character that seems to come up the most often with digital circus discussions. Existential dread featuring funny teeth man. Yeah, that seems like an apt description from everything I know about it. It's like I don't quite understand visually what's happening on that show, but it definitely is one that stands out. It's one of those things where it's like, even if I'm not entirely sure if it's for me, I respect a lot of indie animation just because like that's really hard to pull off, to be honest, and they seem to be doing good for that, like, style.
Out of the way.
Now, again, I don't really watch shows much, period, in all fairness, so it's not exclusive to digital circus. Again, I have to stop and think every time.
I think you should use that.
Alright, so far so good, except that one death. So yeah, the gimmick of the stage is you have these little spotlights that if you break the gun robot, the spotlight will instantly warp you. Oh, I totally blanked. You're supposed to actually combo into that. But luckily they do have a platform, so you're not totally SOL there. I don't know about the later ones, so they might actually just set it up so you do fall later on. It's also kind of interesting, like, this stage, the hero ending is just like finished stage, but for the dark path, we actually have to go deeper in, for better or worse. And again, we'll have to do this twice, potentially, if we want to do the true dark path, which I kind of want to do, just for the sake of showing, you know, the most standard route for that kind of story style. I don't know why I didn't take damage there. I'm thankful. I took damage that time, so that was a case where I definitely effed around and found out. I was gonna say, if my streams are meant to be PG-13, I've already used my one F-bomb for the stream. It's like, where are you going? I'm going to the objective. Like, chill, dude. Like, I don't know why sometimes AI will say things like that when, like, or the voice line will play, even if you're going the right way, they'll be like, wait, you're skipping the objective. It's like, no, I'm not. I screwed up, I don't have a weapon. I didn't think this through whatsoever, clearly. So yeah, I'm gonna stop and fight these little robots in order to actually have enough ammo to hopefully, get through this. So yeah, you got like one homing attack, otherwise they'll damage you. That's really weird. Oftentimes my interest in media, though, ends up being very shallow, and sometimes I question myself because of that. So for example, like Hell of a Boss, I know the character of Yuna is really pretty, in my opinion. That's like my knowledge of this show, unfortunately. And that goes for a lot of things. Like, one example I thought of recently was Mobile Suit Gundam, which is from Mercury, which is just like... I've never watched a Gundam before, but I'm kind of interested in that one for very obvious reasons. Yeah, sometimes I do end up feeling a little shallow with the way I engage with media in this regard. But yeah, that takes care of Digital Circuit. Not too bad. I think next is actually a very appropriate level for this month. I think it's the Haunted level. I don't even know what level we're doing, like what morality we're doing. Probably neutral then. I don't know why that was an A rank, since we died like halfway through. That's shockingly generous. And again, I think we should have another repeat cutscene, and then a new one? I actually don't remember. So yeah, the like fixed cutscenes always play before the main one.
Where am I? Isn't that Dr. Eggman? Maybe he can tell me about those black creatures.
Alright, Cryptic Castle. This stage is kind of annoying if you're going for the dark route.
The doctor must have gone this way.
I'm also having the realization that I forgot which ending I got for, this route, so I should probably have double-checked that before starting this. I don't remember if I did Dark or Hero for the final stage. So we might actually drop out to the menu and double-check that, just so I don't accidentally get an ending twice, because that just means, oh, I have to do this all over again.
It looks like I can grind on that.
So yeah, fun mechanic, you have to like light the torches, but also the torches can set off bombs and stuff, so that's not a good thing. Story route, do they actually show? Okay, they actually do show which routes we've done, so that's actually really nice. I was kind of afraid they wouldn't. Assuming, yeah, the lit up ones are the ones that are done, so we need to do the dark ending of the stage. So yeah, they actually thought about that, that's really nice. Or like the dark ending of the last stage. Then we'll probably do the semi-hero route next time, along with the True Dark, which both those should take a while actually. But the True Hero is like the one I'm really worried about. It has like, in my opinion, the hardest stage in the game. Not hardest, mostly tedious, because like the hero route for that is stupidly obtuse. But the actual stage isn't actually that difficult. But it does have the one of the funniest meme lines in the game, so at least, you know, it's not a complete like loss. You do get a really good scene, even if you have to suffer immediately after from the level design. I hear an ice cream truck. I don't know how well that's gonna pick up, but I'm just gonna keep talking, so hopefully it won't be audible. So yeah, we're just trying to finish the stage, which honestly is actually kind of a pain for this one, because the objectives both finish way faster than the actual, whatchamacallits, the actual end of level. So like, you have to go pretty far out of your way for the actual goal ring, so Cream is like at the halfway point of the stage, I want to say, maybe 3/4. She's like really early into the stage, so if you're going for the hero route, it's actually not that bad. But yeah, you can mix and match routes too, like you can zigzag all over the place, and actually the game tracks that. Again, I did show at the beginning that there's like the library screen that shows all of the routes that you've gotten so far. The game tracks everything, so if you want to actually go for a true 100% playthrough of Shadow the Hedgehog, I think you have to do 326 playthroughs. I wonder if anyone has actually legitimately done that. I'm sure somebody has, just why? It's like, again, even as someone who's like actually kind of come around to this game a bit, I can't imagine playing it 326 times. That just sounds like torture, basically. Alright, I'm not entirely sure where we're going. I should definitely be more cognizant of this in the future though, because we do have to worry about the lanterns for the, dark route later on, like next week. But yeah, we actually have an explosive now, so unfortunately, we will be dropping the light for now, because I do not want to set off the dynamite prematurely. But I think Cream is actually not too far away from this area. Like, the next time we see Amy is the room where Cream is hiding. So like, okay, this will crush us, so we actually do have to run. But luckily we can just break this wall and get through. Sometimes I wonder what it says about me that I can remember a game like Shadow the Hedgehog of all things as well as I do. Like, wow, I really put too much time into Sonic as a franchise. Sometimes I wonder about that. There's also a weird case of alignment being screwed up again, because to actually get dark points you have to destroy Eggman's robots, which means you actually have to like destroy them even though Eggman will yell at you for destroying his robots. So it's like, yeah, I swear it's a score, Doctor. It's like it's genuinely how you get the dark A rank for the stage, is you have to fight Eggman's robots. Really though, I'm not really oh wait, we actually missed Cream, I think, because this is the end, or like yeah, Cream. Cheese is the one in this level. So yeah, that's like an alternate path to the final lantern, I think, which means I think we have to go this way. Also worth mentioning at the very end, but you might have noticed it said something about a weapon being leveled up to level 2. Basically you get bonus weapons for doing well, or like for completing routes, and then they level up depending on if you do both endings of a particular route. We also have this thing chasing us now. The rings kind of tell us which grind rail we want to stand on, but you actually don't need the boost panels. You have plenty of speed as is. And we're done with that. So overall that went pretty smoothly. Definitely faster than some of my off-screen attempts of trying to find all the lanterns, so we'll see how that goes next time we pass through this particular stage. I feel like I'm maintaining this voice pretty well, but I almost feel like I wish I could go a little bit, like, higher with it. But I don't feel like I'm at that level yet. It's also hard maintaining volume with this voice.
Another Chaos Emerald.
What are you doing here, Shadow?
Doctor, I don't want to fight with you, but I need those Chaos Emeralds. They hold the secret to my...
Enough of this nonsense! The Chaos Emeralds belong to me! All of them! No one gets in my way. Those who do will be destroyed. So stand clear or I will crush you! Just as I will those black creatures. Now, let me show you the power of my latest, greatest creation!
Why can't you just leave us alone?
It's also really weird, how the opposite alignment character will join you for the boss fight, because the boss fights are actually fixed to stages. So, like, you have to fight this boss even with the Dark Path, I'm pretty sure. In which case Amy will suddenly join you, even though you totally blew her off for her actual mission. But yeah, this isn't the, you know what they say, the more the merrier fight either. That's the other digital level, the name of which is currently escaping me. That was a really short boss fight. Again, this was like an easier variant. The other two are more annoying. In general,
Doctor, but that Chaos Emerald is mine.
I actually think the neutral one's the hardest because he's on the elevated platform at the start.
Perfect.
The other two are actually easier because he's on level ground.
What's going on with me? I can't get these images out of my mind. Those black creatures. How do they know me? Who was I before this? What?
Shadow, you seem troubled.
You!
Look.
That's the...
Yes, that's right. The space colony Ark. 50 years ago.
The Ark? 50 years ago? That's... me.
That's right. This will remind you what the humans did to you. Never forget that horrifying image.
This is just a game of everyone trying to gaslight Shadow, I'm realizing.
Shadow, I just can't leave everyone else behind. Please, you need to rescue the people being held by the gun soldiers in the laboratory.
So, like, there is a neutral path for this one, so we're not gonna do either of the specific routes because both are kind of bad. Unfortunately, for the other arc level, we do have to do both. Or we have to do the hero route, which sucks. It's like, again, the literal worst mission in the game, in my opinion, because it's got the most obtuse objective and it just takes the longest. But again, luckily, that's a problem for future me. So for now, we are just gonna proceed through the level normally. Wait, how does this work? This is an orbital aerostrike. How does this work on the arc? That seems like a bad idea to signal an airstrike inside of a space station. Like, how does that fire off? It's like, hey, can't complain, but it doesn't really make logical sense. Not that, you know, Sonic as a series beholden to logic a lot of times. Oh, that's the wrong way. This way, okay. In general though, I almost feel like this game is more straightforward than other Sonic games, beyond the route system. Like, they could easily just make these, like, missions within a stage, instead of, like, required. It almost is the same problem as Heroes, where it's like, each character kind of represents a mission type from Adventure 2 and Adventure 1, but then, like, having to do all these stages 4 times, that's when people kind of burn out. And that's, again, Shadow's problem, is just burnout from how much people have to play these stages to get the true ending. I have no clue what happened there, that was some weird poppin'. Also, I am totally turned around, even trying to just do the normal ending of the stage, or the neutral route for the stage. I'm still very lost. Also, I was trying to remember how many levels we have left. It doesn't feel like... Wait, I know what's next. Yeah, we're fine. I just have to stop and think, oh, that's bad. Sometimes the platform, at least from what I remember, can actually mess up your jump, like your wall jump. So that's why I kind of panicked there, because we easily could have gotten messed up there. Alrighty, we have to carry this dynamite all the way over to the other side, if I remember right. Actually, or do you throw it? Yeah, nope, that is not the right solution.
I can get by using the wind from the fan to lift me up.
Now, I am genuinely wondering how you're supposed to do this, because unless you can carry it with the fan? It has to be, right? Nope. Yeah, no, I straight up don't remember what you're supposed to do here, actually. Without a weapon, that is, that can... Oh, they just do that for you. Here I was overthinking it for nothing. Again, this isn't a game I, like, go out of my way to play very often. Again, this is the first time I played this game in, like, actual years. And again, just because I'm, like, really excited for the new Sonic game. I hope it's good. I'm definitely optimistic in a way that I kind of haven't been for Sonic games in a bit, I'd say. Which is a good feeling. Again, probably won't play it day one, just because of, like, other games coming out in close proximity to it. But it's definitely a game I would like to play eventually, just because I like Sonic. I've played, like, every Sonic game. Might as well keep going with this franchise that's been with me for, like, most of my life at this point. Which is also a weird thing to think about. I've been playing Sonic games for a really long time. Like, 20 years now, basically. Yeah, definitely some ups and downs, shall we say. But overall, it is still a franchise I have a lot of emotional attachment to, both through the good and bad of it. This way? No, that's going back. That's a shortcut if you need to fight enemies. Gotta be through here, I guess, but I think this is the end, actually. Nope, it's not. The main issue with the Ark levels is everything looks similar. Like, it's really hard to navigate because a lot of these rooms just look identical to other rooms. And then you also have 2 Ark stages, so you not only have very, like... What am I trying to say? Very much, like, repetitious level design once, but then you have to do it twice, and then you have it... So, oh, is this... Like, which version of the Ark am I even thinking of? So it can be hard to keep track of, like, which level you're even trying to do, because both look very similar in terms of, like, hallway layout and everything. The other cool thing about this is if you actually do have the player 2, I don't think it works for, like, Doom's Eye, but any other character can actually be controlled by player 2, with limited movesets, obviously, and also to fix the Shadow's location. It's not like a split screen where you can go off on your own. You are, like, bound to,
Maria, I'm glad that you're safe.
like... the other person's, like, location. You can't go off on your own. Kinda like Sonic 2, like playing as Tails in Sonic 2.
Mantis platoon, heavy dog reporting in. Primary target and the girl have been located. Acquiring targets. En route to intercept and destroy.
What the?
Please, Shadow, help me.
Humans, willing to sacrifice their own when overcome by greed. They are a foolish race.
Those heartless humans. Get out of my way.
This is Heavy Dog. Target has been sighted. Proceeding to engage and
Now go. Bring state judgment upon these humans for their trespasses.
I want to say the song in the stage is actually like a remix of the mech fight song in Adventure 2, but I'm not sure actually if that's right or not. But also, this is another case of, like, the story being kind of off, because if you do the hero route where, like, you help Maria save all the scientists, it's a very odd juxtaposition to Shadow suddenly, like, hating humanity. Again, the story can definitely be a little bit erratic in overall presentation, depending on if you're, like, sticking to a particular route or not. Otherwise, it feels slightly contradictory at times. Yeah, destroying the turrets will actually get a little cannon for your own. I have no clue where the shots went there. It's kind of all over the place. Yeah, this fight's just kind of, like, time-consuming more than anything, if you can't, like, line up things properly, if the lock-on doesn't work, for one thing. So yeah, not my favorite boss in the game. In general, I think the boss is kind of a weak point, actually. The final boss is cool, like, it's a good spectacle, but I also don't think it's the most playable Super Shadow / Sonic fight in the series. I have no clue where the gun dropped. There it is. But yeah, if it locks onto the mines, you're obviously just wasting a shot, so it can be a little bit annoying trying to actually make that work out. It'd also be nice to charge up the dark meter faster, just from the perspective of being able to actually cast blast and speed up the fight a little bit. But unfortunately, that often doesn't work out. I was gonna say another one dropped, it just dropped all the way over here, which isn't the most convenient placement for it. Yeah, unfortunately, we just got Chaos Blast, I'm pretty sure. Or we're about to, at the very least, and again, the fight's over, so it doesn't matter.
How dare you harm Maria, disgusting humans, out of my sight.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That was a pretty slow fight, all things considered. What's the next stage?
Sir, your transport is ready. We must go now. Sir, please.
Once again, I have failed my duty to protect our nation.
Sir, it's not over. We can continue to fight. The Black Aliens may have rendered us unable for now, but we will rally, sir. You must keep your nation strong and together.
Yes, keep the nation united. No matter what happens, we'll never surrender to these creatures. This much I learned from them.
Sir, please hurry.
Okay.
The black creatures will feel their own bloody hell.
What a pathetic sight. Shadow, follow them. Make sure they understand their situation.
Sometimes it feels like the running animations in a lot of Sonic games are like played at like half speed in cutscenes. It's always very jarring when it happens. It looked like Shadow wasn't exactly running after them with much urgency.
Trouble! The black creatures are after the president's escape pod.
So yeah, we're sticking with the neutral path for this one.
It's the black creatures!
Definitely a weirdly dark direction for a Sonic game, I'd say. For the dark mission in particular. But in general, I almost think Shadow the Hedgehog almost just sort of feels like trying to throw a bunch of like edgy concepts at the wall and seeing what sticks. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It definitely makes the game very memorable, to say the least. Definitely one of the more remembered missions for just how like weirdly messed up it is. It's like they just straight up say it in this, like dang. So yeah, this mission is actually kind of annoying. You have to basically reroute the plane very specific ways in order to actually like buy yourself more time to deal damage. If you're going for the dark route, obviously, but since we're not, we're just gonna speed through. And again, we're not even doing the hero route because that would send us back on the path we were just on. Again, just as a reminder, you could hypothetically go from this stage to Lava Shelter, in which case, suddenly Shadow's like, wait, I think I'm an android. Like, what's the connective tissue between these plot threads? But they let you do it, and I find that very funny. Like, just the sudden realization in the story. Like, I don't even know if there's like a special cutscene that I've like never seen, because I almost never go back to the neutral route. But now I'm almost curious about this path, just because I want to see how they handle like the android reveal if like you skip all the Eggman levels up to this point. And Shadow suddenly has this random epiphany out of nowhere. It's like, wait, I might be an android. That was just me being impatient. I should have grabbed the middle bar, or like one of the bars at the end. Problem is, Shadow will kind of stagger on ledges a lot, so a lot of times you do have to jump over the lip of that platform, which is bad because you can sometimes get clipped by the fan anyway. Alright, so far so good. Again, the stage isn't too terrible if you're trying to go for strictly goal progression and not mission. Oh, what are these controls? Like, what is brake? What is accelerate? I do not understand. So, like, I guess everything's locked down to keep the black arms out, which makes sense. I think by default it does take the
They're like a swarm of
better path for main progression. So like, you would have to flip the switch if you're doing the other mission type. Luckily you actually don't have to destroy, or like, destroy all of them. You only have to take out the one like closest to the door in this case, so that's the case for a lot of these, where you really don't have to put in as much work as you might think, which is good. I will say combat is one of this game's weak spots, just from the perspective of they would expect you to use the weapons a lot of which don't lock on manually. It's like my problem with Jak 2, and also Jak 3 to some extent, but I almost feel like it was slightly better in that game. But basically my issue with a lot of, like, third-person platformer shooters of this era is there's no, like, direct way to lock on. Again, like, Ratchet & Clank at least has a strafe, so that's nice, but a lot of other games in this style don't have any way to directly lock on, so you just have to kind of like hope your shots land, and it's just kind of a bit of a pain at times. It's like, okay, this one we actually do have to fight all of them here. We're also almost to a chaos control, so we might as well just use that if we're going for neutral. Skip a little bit of this stage. There's an outdoor platforming section that we totally skipped over. The other problem is obviously every vehicle in this game is slower than just running, so it just takes forever if you want to actually play efficiently, because like we have unlimited ammo, which is nice, but obviously this is a lot slower. This one can hover too. I never thought to check that for some reason. Yeah, obviously this is a very good place to try to deal a lot of damage to the plane if you're going for that mission. Why am I walking forward? I am not walking, but the animation's playing. That's really odd, actually. You know, I could have just dropped down, but I actually don't know if there's a floor, so... so I'm pretty sure this is literally the last chance you have to actually deal damage to the plane, otherwise it will escape through that hatch and you fail the dark mission. If you fail like a mission like this, where you have to chase after something, this will straight up count as a loss. You can't, you know, checkpoint back in order to get another chance at it. You just straight up fail, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, some of the missions do have straight up like failure conditions. Others you have like the ability to go back and redo parts. Yeah, this should take us to the end of the stage proper, meaning all that's left is one more stage and the boss of this particular route, who I do not remember if it's like one of the two, which one of the two bosses we hadn't seen, because we already saw Egg Dealer. I don't remember which is the one for this one. I think I know which one it is, but not 100%.
This makes 5 Chaos Emeralds.
Shadow, the day of reckoning is near. Bring all of the Chaos Emeralds to me immediately.
Okay, 2 more and then the truth about my past will be revealed. I'll finally know who I am.
Shadow, we seem to have a problem with rats running loose on the base. Return immediately to the Black Comet and exterminate them.
The Black Comet?
I feel like this really comes out of nowhere in this particular story. Like suddenly you're in space. Like don't question anything that's happening in the story at this point.
Shadow, those humans are trying to...
Ew, okay, I have regrets now. I kinda wish I had done this one, as the on-screen one, just cause, oh, this mission is a lot, if I recall.
The human weapons.
once again, we have a bit of a needle in the haystack of trying to find all of the gun soldiers and, you know, enemies in this particular stage, which will definitely be a problem. Again, a lot of the mission types aren't the best, in my opinion. A lot of them are just kind of annoying, or overly obtuse in some cases. I don't even know what weapon would be best here. Hello, I can unlock now. What's going on? I don't know how to explain it. We are currently, like, going through all the story routes, or some of them. Basically, you have to beat the game 10 times to unlock the true story, like, final story chapter. So, like, we have to, like, fill out the little dark circles. So we have 4 endings left. We are currently on track to finish 1, and we're on a pretty annoying mission, actually, which is destroying all the enemies in this, like, alien comet, because, like, Shadow's part alien, and, I haven't called him... I'm surprised I haven't made a fandub reference all evening. I'm actually genuinely surprised I haven't, like, made a joke about that, to be honest. Yeah, basically, Doom's Eye is telling us to, like, fight all the gun robots in this case. It's a very odd game, to be honest. But again, we'll have plenty more streams of this, because, like, at least 2 more, I'd say, in order to get the other endings, just because... At the time we're gonna be at, I don't know if I want to get another full ending done, just because, like, it'll be another hour, and I'll suck, to be honest.
It's going to be the final showdown, Shadow.
This is also weird from the perspective of, in this particular round, we have not seen Knuckles at all, and suddenly he's here. No explanation of why Knuckles is here, or working with Gun, but he is. You can also just spam to make the characters, like, switch back and forth like this, so you can get squished Knuckles. So yeah, very interesting game, but again, I think one worth showing off. I also forgot to mention, but I find the picture of Sonic and Shadow on the president's desk very funny. This is not a hot take by any means, but I feel like I've joked about this before, but part of me wants to remaster this game, just for the reason of having to remaster that photo and having, like, a high-res version of it in order to, like, actually frame. It's a very specific wish, I feel, but it is something I've thought about from time to time. You actually do have to defeat this particular one to get the platforms to raise up. It's really weird. And all the memes show up, basically. But hello, welcome. We're just about to wrap up this story. And again, I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. Maybe we'll start the hero path, maybe? Because again, we'll be, like, early from my normal end time, but... Camera, please! I can't see! Oh boy, this game sometimes. Yeah, I can't move the camera. It's totally stuck. Cool, so we'll just do that. And hope the camera fixes itself going forward. That's much better. So yeah, this is like the ship of the Black Arms, who are the main, like, aliens, main alien antagonists of the game, and also the ones leading Shadow to the dark side for some reason. Because Shadow is apparently, like, part alien or something. Technically a spoiler, because that hasn't been revealed yet in the actual game. Now what? I'm trying to think, actually, if we need to fight the mothership or not, to open the door, which is a problem in this game, where it's like, sometimes you have to do the opposite objective just to make progress. It's really arbitrary how that works sometimes. Okay, so luckily we can just move on with our lives. Don't have to stop and fight all the enemies. This looks like a very big open arena where we have a lot of enemies to potentially fight, so We're at 15, we're at 14 of 50 and we're 5 minutes into the stage, which is another problem people have with this game, is that stages can be very long. Like, stage length tends to kind of bloat after a bit in the franchise. This is definitely one of the worst examples of it. And obviously Unleashed, but that's only mainly the daytime stages that have that problem. The others don't nearly as badly, but specifically the daytime stages are pretty okay, but the nighttime stages just drag and Unleashed. Like, if it's the same... What is this? I hope I didn't miss anything. Luckily we can go back, but I'm genuinely curious. I think I missed something. Oh, we're all the way back here. That sucks. Did not think about this plan whatsoever. Well, actually that wasn't too bad. I thought that was the area before, to be honest. But I could have sworn there was actually a gun robot on the center platform. So I do want to make sure we get that before we move on. Yeah, I almost feel like I've managed to maintain this resonance a lot better than I thought I would, given how tired I am. I thought I'd basically slept a lot more, but I do feel like I'm maintaining this pretty well, actually. Surprisingly so, all things considered. Again, oftentimes I'll just start talking about voice training, because this is essentially my voice training in a way, or at least to kind of force me to be more aware of, like, my resonance, mostly. Again, at this point, I'm not, like, overly focused on pitch. I don't even know how much I can raise my pitch anyway, to be totally honest. I feel like I have a pretty low... I don't know if I have a low voice necessarily, but it's a little bit hard to go into upper registers, I feel. Again, I don't know what I'm talking about just during, like, this stage of all stages. Something about that is kind of funny. Alright, so, again, this is a case where, like, the camera sucks. Or, like... Well, the lack of a lock-on sucks, because you can't actually target what you want to be firing at, so you'll just accidentally shoot at the ones that are actively reducing your score. So, that's great. This is also really bad, because we're almost gonna die. So I'm gonna go back here and get a new platform, so we don't, you know, have to redo all that. Again, also, they will still keep firing at you even if you're doing their respective objective, which sucks, meaning you actually do have to worry about friendly fire in that direction as well. Halfway. Again, if you're wondering why the camera is bad, it's unfortunately not entirely in my control. Like, I really wish I could move the camera. It's fine, I've heard weirder things. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like streaming is very interesting because it's just kind of like a platform where it's like... I tend to ramble a lot about things, and I guess maybe it's partly... I think I partly have this feeling sometimes of like wanting people to be like aware that I'm trans, because like, I don't know why, maybe it's just some nervousness about it. I usually end up talking about this sort of topic at least once a stream, it feels like. Just making sure we didn't miss anything, because these stages are long, and I don't want to have to do more backtracking later on. I like how this gun is so big, it just constantly clips through the floor. It just can't not clip through the floor because of how unwieldy it is. Oh, that was a mistake. That easily could have ended badly. But yeah, you can stop those actually. I forgot that too, to be fair. 16 enemies left. This shouldn't take too long. I was thinking about how big the gun is. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Also, because we fought so many enemies, we have 254 bullets. Well, we had, but we used up a few. So yeah, we do not have to worry about ammo in this stage whatsoever, because of just how ridiculously, how much they drop. My voice is lovely. Oh, thank you. I'm very self-conscious about my voice, and I know that goes beyond just being a trans person, but also just like in general, people don't like their own voices. Everyone says really nice things about my voice, and that makes me happy, but I also feel like I still have a ways to go, and it's like one of those feelings of, like, you never stop making progress, I guess, but it's still a case of, like, it's something I worry about sometimes, like, if people just see my avatar and then hear this voice and, you know, don't understand what's going on or something. That's probably me just overthinking everything, as usual. Alrighty, so home stretch, we only have, what? 6 more to go. What the heck is all that over there? I don't even know what that area is for, and I'm like... Wait, that's actually the way forward. Never mind. I was like, I wanna go over there, I wanna see what that's like. Except this is actually progression. You sound fam? Or I sound fam to you? That's good. Again... Probably just a case of me, like... wishing I could do things better, and just in my own head I hear my voice a certain way that others do not hear it that way. But again, I do appreciate everyone's kind words, and again, everyone's always been very nice about my voice, even though I do have some, like... apprehension about it, I guess is the word. Hannah's very femme, thank you. I feel like I almost am overdoing it sometimes, where I, like... I'm overshooting presenting femme in a way. Like with my model specifically, I'm trying to work on debut slides, because I realized, oh, if I was gonna do like a formal debut when I get to affiliate, that's like really soon, potentially. So I should probably finish those slides and double check them. I actually also realized that I put Twitch affiliate in the actual slides because I thought it would take a lot longer. Go harder into the fam? Okay, I'll do my best there.
Death to all who oppose me.
Thanks, Shadow. Thanks for that word, those words of wisdom, as we close off the stage.
Final judgment day.
I have no clue what rank that'll be. Probably a B. Ooh, a C. Yeah, not much of a time bonus. That took 11.5 minutes. But that's just how stages in this game go. These are long-ass stages.
Shadow, I can't let you go. Not like this.
You're the one who destroyed the Ark and killed everyone on it. It's time to settle this once and for all.
All right. I know what I have to do. I was born to bring order to the humans. These humans, they don't value life. They're going to pay with their lives for what they've done.
You?
Sonic, if you try to stop me, I'll destroy you too.
I've waited years for this. Now let's finish.
I never thought I'd have to fight you like this, but I guess I have no choice.
And the gun commander will never finish that line. I thought Sonic hated the government. Why is he siding with them? That is a very good question. Truth be told, I find this fight very arbitrary. I don't know why Sonic would randomly team up with the gun commander. You okay there, Sonic? You seem to be having some trouble. This is actually a problem, because with this fight, you actually do need to bounce off of Sonic to reach Diabolon, or Diabolon, however it's pronounced. Also, it's this case of like, oh yeah, this thing named after the devil is totally the good guy in this situation, right? So yeah, luckily the seismic blast did shake up the debris enough for Sonic to break free, because we do need him for this. So yeah, this fight kind of sucks if I'm being honest, because it's so dependent on the AI actually being nice to you, and oftentimes it just decides it doesn't want to cooperate. Case in point. Oh wow, that was a homing attack. Yeah, enemy of my enemy is basically it, but it's like, they don't really explain Sonic working with gun at all, other than trying to stop the aliens in general. But it definitely feels like it can kind of come out of nowhere. Or Shadow can just shoot the opposite way, that works too. Sonic slowly following Shadow around this giant arena, ominously. Also, it does feel a little bit far-fetched that Shadow would suddenly go back to being evil again. Though again, he has amnesia at this point, so he doesn't really remember what Maria said again. Which I almost feel like that's my general problem with this game, is it just kind of repeats, like, the character arc he goes through already. It's like, oh, he has to learn about his past. It's like, wasn't that what Adventure 2 was about, too? And that's also a little bit my concern with Shadow Generations 2, that it's just kind of going through the motions again. Like, I trust them to tell a good story with it, but like, kind of like Frontiers, I'm worried a little bit that the story might be a little heavy-handed in that direction. Because again, I do feel like that was my biggest gripe with Frontiers, is how heavy-handed parts of the story could get in terms of like, specifically certain references to older games. It's like, it was a little overdone at times. It was cool to have some fan service, but some of it was just like, okay, they probably didn't need to call back that much. And it's actually dealing damage somehow. You wanna lower the shield? This is the playthrough where I break everything, apparently. Cool. Nice. And now the camera also kind of broke, so I couldn't really aim properly. And now Sonic is stuck. And now Sonic is just fallen into the void. So yeah, there's a reason why I'm not really partial to this boss fight, because it just kind of plays bad. And can just be kind of glitchy in a way. Now I'm out of ammo, so we are definitely not getting an A rank on this fight, if I had to guess.
Now it's time to end this.
Man, there just genuinely isn't anything else here, huh? There was another gun too, and I guess it despawned, so that sucks. I like how he went away from me. It's like, oh wait. Yeah, I just kind of made a mess of this fight apparently. Just everything broke. I'm gonna use iframes to try to deal. Never mind, didn't have enough time. I also don't know if you can destroy the shield permanently. I feel like there was some way to, but I don't remember. But I could have sworn there was something about that. So yeah, we just have to kind of slowly go about this fight because I used up all the guns in the arena, which is definitely on me to some extent, but also I blame the game a little bit just because of being a little broken. Definitely some weird stuff happening in this fight. It's like, this is the cursed part. It's like every Sonic game I play on stream has to have at least one cursed part, it feels like, where the game decides to not cooperate. And yeah, we have to do this fight like once more, maybe twice. Oh wait, you can't see the routes here. That sucks. I was gonna double check how many times you have to fight this. We have to do it at least once more, maybe twice. No, it's twice. No, it's just one more, I think. Cause the True Dark ending, and then for the two hero routes, I think it's both the third boss that we haven't seen. Yeah, this game reuses bosses a lot, which is definitely a problem I have with it. Is it just like lacks boss variety. And again, there's one boss that if you do the true hero path, like completely legit, and don't like deviate, you have to fight the same boss twice in the same run. It's really weird. Hi Freeze, thank you for the head pat. We're almost done with the story. We're just kind of chipping out this boss. Because I definitely did not play very well and used up all the guns in the arena way too early, as it turns out. So this is probably gonna be like a D rank because we took so absurdly long. But we got it eventually. Now Sonic's just gonna stand there and vibe as the robot blows up around him. As you do.
Game over, Sonic.
Okay, that's actually a cool callback, because the ending line for Sonic is Game Over Shadow in SA2, so it's a callback, actually.
Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds. Shadow, why? Why are you siding with them? I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, the ultimate life form born to protect and serve the Dark Lord, Black Doom. With the power of these Chaos Emeralds, this world will become the Dark Empire. This is who I am.
This game is very silly at times. By the way, the model is cute, thank you. I basically put it together using like existing assets from like various VRAID resources. What the hell song is this? I do not remember the song. I think I usually skip the credits in this game to the point where I genuinely don't know. So yeah, basically everybody dies in various endings, it feels like. Every day feels the same. Pretty much. And with that, we have now done, well, I did a bunch off screen, so we've done 2 endings, and that leaves 3 for later. I am currently torn about, do we start another ending, or do I, like, rest